ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and esteemed delegates, a very warm welcome to the SmartTea Conclave 2023, a platform where history and progress coalesce, where we celebrate the timelessness of tradition and the endless possibilities of technology. To address the theme of where technology meets tradition, we are honored to present a distinguished panel of speakers consisting of industry authorities, forward-thinking visionaries, and seasoned professionals to guide us in our collective pursuit of success. I would now like to invite on stage our distinguished speakers. May I now call upon Mr. Jayanta Chakrabarti, Chairperson, Agriculture and Rural Development Committee, the Bengal Chamber, on the stage, please. Mr. Subir Chakrabarti, President, BCCI, MD and CEO, Exide Industries Limited. Anshuman Kanoria, Mr. Anshuman Kanoria, Chairman, Indian Tea Exporters Association. Shri S. Rajan, Director, Tea Development, Tea Board, India. Mr. Soumyak Biswas, Partner, BDO LLP. The arrival of Dr. Sashi Panja has been slightly delayed owing to the visit by the President of India to the city. So she'll be arriving somewhere around 12 o'clock. So we'll notify you once she comes. Thank you. I would now like to call upon Mr. Jayanta Chakrabarti, Chairperson, Agriculture and Rural Development Committee, the Bengal Chamber, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is an extreme privilege for me to welcome you all to the SmartTea Conclave organized by Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industries and their Agriculture and Rural Development Committee also. I heartily welcome Mr. Subir Chakrabarti, President, BCCI, Managing Director and CEO, Exide Industries Limited, Chairperson of Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industries. Mr. Anshuman Kanoria, Chairman, Indian Tea Export Associations. Welcome, sir. Sri S. Sundarajan, Director, Tea Development, Tea Board of India. Mr. Soumyak Biswas, Partner, BDO LLP. And also, galaxy of intellectuals, professionals, scientists, those are here, those who have all along come from Pune, Bombay, Delhi, many parts of the country here. We are extremely privileged and proud for that, your presence, and once again, hearty welcome to you all. So, in the very beginning, I like to tell you that why it is smart tea. Because Bengal Chamber of Commerce has organized smart agriculture in last year in Hyderabad, because we realized that we have to go beyond the present sustenance agriculture to a new horizons of agriculture also. So why don't we repeat those things in the tea? Because of lots of bright minds, thoughts, and personalities are here who can churn their understanding and their knowledge to make it happen today also. This gathering today is a little bit different, because in many times you have seen that tea conclaves are being participated mostly by the tea corporates, those who are having the gardens and they are doing the businesses also. But here today you will find that people are having their own structured gardens, small tea growers, exporters, sustainable tea farming experts, and pesticides experts, which is the burning issue of the things like MRL policymakers, and also you will find a lot of policymakers and lots of young entrepreneurs, both male and females in this galaxies of audience also. So I really salute you all, and a big applause for you all actually. I think you deserve this thing for it. And just to take a few updates for you, that you all know this thing, but I will take only 5 minutes for this thing, that India is the second largest producer of tea globally, which is a very prominent positions we are enjoying also here. Indian tea is one of the finest tea in the world, owing to strong geographical indications, heavy investment in the tea processing units, continuous innovation and strategic market expansions. 6.37 lakh hectares of area is cultivated under tea also. 80% of the produced tea is consumed by the domestic population. This is the strength of India. India's production is around 1,283 millions of kg in 2022. 83% production from Assam and West Bengal. Overall, this geography contributes almost 83%. Exports in 21-22 is worth 201 million kilo. Another thing which is unique in this industry, that women participations in the garden is more than for 50% of the workforce, is around 50 to 50% also. And this industry is the industry where you will find organized tea sector and small tea growers are also existing side by side. It might be a challenge, it might be a strength that we will discuss today. And this ratio of production, this small tea growers is almost producing to the extent of 52% of the total produced tea in the country also. But in spite of all these good stories, there are some challenges today tea industry is facing. Because tea industry is open to air. The gardens are open to air, externalities are too much. There are lots of changes now because of climate change, irregular rainfall. Then all these things are taking place, so it's a big challenge for the tea industry now. Cost of production is increasing day by day. Declining export is also a big challenge. And challenge of Darjeeling tea itself is a big story now. I think we have the right experts here. Mr. Kanodia, we have curated one exclusive session for Darjeeling tea exports. What is the present status? What went little bit, it is a stress condition, how we should go ahead also. So to summarize this thing, we have shaped this seminar in such a way that we have taken, first is the policy leaders will say, then there is a session called Reimagining Indian Tea Industry. How we should see tea industry to take up in coming 30 years or 40 years, because this set of things we have to break. How we can take it shape. That is the one session will take care of it. Second session is the biggest challenge is you all know that residue of tea, pesticide residue of tea is the biggest hindrance now on of the export also. But it is not the problem with the pesticide, it is a different story actually. So that we will hear from the experts, those who are here today. Then there is a Darjeeling tea. Then there is a manufacturing excellence. Some short presentations will be there. And last is the most important is the export and retail tea, how it took shape up also. So all this put together we will deliver today. And we will like to have very good interactions from the best of the minds present today here, from the industry, from the academia, from the research, from the corporates also. So I wish this program a great success and solicit your kind participations to make this eventful and memorable one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chakrabarti. I would now request Mr. Subir Chakrabarti, President, the Bengal Chamber and MD and CEO, Exide Industries Limited, to kindly deliver the introductory address.
Mr. Kanodia, Mr. Soundarajan, Mr. Shomok Bishwas, my colleague at BCCI, Mr. Jayanta Chakrabarti, distinguished participants. On behalf of Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I welcome you all to this momentous seminar on tea, where the theme is where technology meets tradition. I certainly do not belong to the tea industry, but I drink tea every day. So it's important, I think, that you have at least one customer amongst you. As they say, tea is the elixir of life. emphasizing the vitality and significance of tea. This timeless quote holds a deep truth that resonates with the SmartTea Conclave, where we gather not just to celebrate the legacy of the tea industry, but also to address the pressing challenges that have befallen our beloved sector. The road ahead is riddled with obstacles, but it is in acknowledging and collectively addressing these challenges that we will pave the way for a smarter, more resilient tea industry. Tea is more than just a product. It has loads of emotional content. So when we talk about tea, unlike coffee, which is something which has come from outside, we consider tea to be something very close to our heart. We today find ourselves at a crossroads where the challenges we face demand our unwavering attention and innovative solutions. The imbalance between the escalated cost of production and the selling price of teas has been the root cause of the nightmare of this most prestigious and age-old industry. When the prices of all edible and non-edible commodities have steadily risen up, tea prices have remained almost constant, except very high-quality tea. In 2004, Darjeeling tea became the first Indian produce of any kind to win the official geographical indication, or GI tag. Darjeeling tea, known worldwide for its unparalleled aroma and distinctive flavor, is not merely a beverage. It is a symbol of excellence and a proud heritage. Its GI status serves as a protective shield, ensuring that only tea grown in the picturesque hills of Darjeeling, with its unique terroir and meticulous cultivation, can bear its name. However, the journey of Darjeeling tea, while remarkable, is not without challenges. One of the most pressing issues we face is the circulation of spurious Darjeeling tea in the market. Low tea prices coupled with the imperative of sustainability pose a dual challenge that requires immediate attention. The intricate balance between economic viability and environmental responsibility is at stake, and we must find innovative pathways to ensure fair prices for our producers while safeguarding the ecosystems that sustain us. Numerous tea plantations in Darjeeling are transitioning to organic cultivation techniques and acquiring official certifications. This shift holds significant attraction for consumers, especially in the global market. Similarly, endorsements from organizations like the Rainforest Alliance have a similar impact. Utilizing these validations in promotional and marketing efforts is crucial as they signify a strong commitment to adhering to worldwide sustainability benchmarks. In the realm of production, the persistent onslaught of pests and diseases wreaks havoc on our yields and quality. The costs associated with managing these challenges through agrochemicals not only escalate production costs, but also raise concerns about the health and safety of our workers. We stand at a juncture where we must reimagine pest management practices and transition away from an agrochemical-heavy approach. Collaboration with key partners is pivotal as we explore sustainable alternatives that prioritize plant health and yield quality. Drawing inspiration from the trajectory of the premium coffee market, we recognize the untapped potential for elevating the value of our tea products. Quality and sustainability must be the cornerstones of this endeavor. By emphasizing these aspects, we can create a niche market that appreciates the unique flavors and stories behind our teas, offering a premium that reflects the care and dedication invested in their production. In concluding, I want to emphasize that the challenges before us are significant, but they are not insurmountable. The SmartTea Conclave is not just a platform for dialogue, it is a call to action. Let us harness the collective wisdom, experience, and innovation present in this room to forge solutions that will redefine the trajectory of our industry. I extend my deepest gratitude to each one of you for your presence here today, and I am confident that our discussions and collaborations will lay the foundation for a smarter and a more prosperous future for the tea industry. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Chakrabarti, for elucidating the challenges and the solutions for the tea industry. I would now request Mr. Anshuman Kanodia, Chairman, Indian Tea Exporters Association, to kindly address the audience.
Mr. Subir Chakrabarti, President, Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry, my eminent panelists, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, I would like to thank and congratulate the Bengal Chamber for organizing the Tea Conclave and highlighting important issues and a roadmap for the Indian tea industry. The synopsis given by the President actually is more befitting of the chairman of a tea association, because he has captured all the nuances and problems of the tea industry along with the hopes. To me, what this tea conclave has set out to do is to try and strengthen and reimagine the future of the Indian tea industry, the tradition of the Indian tea industry, through better use of technology. Towards that end, we are going to be talking today about exports, which is a key requirement in order to balance demand and supply, towards MRL issues, regulatory issues, and towards building brand India. All very welcome topics. When we talk about upholding and carrying forward the tradition, we must first always remember where we are today. We who are in the tea industry, for us, tea is our child. It flows in our veins. I think sometimes we take our tea too seriously, forgetting what its overall turnover is or where its position in the Indian economy is. To us, it's our child, it's our livelihood, it's our life. We, at times, have done a disservice to the tradition of Indian tea. And I think the first need when you want to uphold tradition is to accept where you are at today, what your shortcomings and faults are, and what you have to do to accept and create a will to first uphold the tradition there was. How do you uphold the tradition? The first, and I think clear answer would be by maintaining quality. What is quality? When I came into tea in 1985, quality was nothing but the cup that we drank. When we used to go to importers across the world, we used to carry a tea sample, tell them what the price was, they would taste the tea, and the entire discussion would be about the quality of that cup and the price value of that tea deal. Today, quality is much more than the cup of tea that we drink. Quality is the story behind the tea. Is your tea ethically sourced? Is it sustainable? Is it traceable from bush to cup? Food safety, paramount. Certifications, whether you are talking rainforest, whether you are talking fair trade, social certifications, because the consumer, in many cases, is unable to judge the quality of tea, and unfortunately for us, certifications are reinforcing in the mind of the consumer the impact of quality. So we today have to learn what is quality, and we have to adopt and adapt our operation based on the new definition of quality globally. The pandemic has clearly given a new lease of life to the Indian tea industry, which was struggling at large prior to the pandemic. Today, some segment of the industry at least is doing well, where the producers have taken pain to up their quality, up their compliance, market their teas better. But it's also a fact that a large segment of the tea industry is struggling. Today we have almost 50% of tea produced by small growers who are on an even and equal footing with the established large producers. We have to carry the entire industry together. Unfortunately, the Indian tea industry remains rather fragmented. You are not going to uphold the tradition of Indian tea with a fragmented mindset, overlooking key aspects of quality, trying to somehow brush under the carpet regulatory non-compliance issues like pesticide misuse or quality misuse. The problems are at the back end as well as the front end. If at the back end we have problems of quality, compliance, at the front end we have many exporters only too happy to make short-term gain and capture very important markets by shipping substandard tea. India has very good laws in place, whether it is the FSSAI law or whether it is quality checks, North Indian Tea Council, in order to somehow keep a tab on the quality of exports. And now the increasing import that is coming into India ostensibly for re-export. The problem is a lot of these laws are not being implemented. So today, acceptance, the will to implement, whether the will is on the side of the government, the will is on the side of the industry. A cleaner, more compliant industry is required to uphold the tradition. Technology is brilliant, but I always say technology cannot be used just for the sake of using technology. We have already seen that in the public auctions, which moved some years ago from a beautiful voice auction to an e-auction. In my opinion, that by creating anonymous buyers have killed the spirit of competition and done more harm to demand supply than using the technology. It has reaped no benefit, and since we introduced e-auctions, we are constantly tinkering with the system in the hope that tinkering technology will get better price discovery. We have forgotten the fundamentals of demand, supply, and competition as price discovery mechanism. So technology is great. I think it has a very important role to play in addressing the key threats the tea industry faces today, whether it is climate change, whether it is productivity issues, whether it is pest control. I don't know how technology can address absenteeism, but if somebody can use technology to get people to come to work, that would be the most brilliant innovation ever. Technology, of course, has a very important role to play in promotion and marketing. And I don't use the word social marketing very loosely because everyone does it, but you need to know how to do it. How to use social media marketing as a low-cost mechanism to effectively build brand. Yes, I welcome the use of technology, but I also always caution people that let's not use it just because it's there. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm looking forward to the deliberations today, and I hope to contribute in the next session when I speak about Darjeeling. We will be open to answering any queries and questions you may have. I am proud to be in the Indian tea industry, and I look forward to playing my part in keeping the tradition alive, but I also request that the government, the industry, and all stakeholders come together to ensure that we willingly accept our faults, our shortcomings, and work to upholding the traditions rather than brush the shortcomings under the carpet. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kanodia, for your very in-depth perspectives on the tea industry and the challenges associated and the solutions for it. Now I would like to invite Shri S. Soundararajan, Director Tea Development, Tea Board India, to deliver his address.
A very good morning, all of you. Mr. Subir Chakravarti, the President BCCI, Mr. Jayanta Chakravarti, Chairperson Agriculture and Rural Development of BCCI, Mr. Anshuman Kanoria, Chairman ITA, Mr. Soumyak Biswas of Partner BDO LLP, and all the distinguished panelists, guests, and tea industry friends. The theme of the conclave is where technology meets tradition. And very good subjects have been selected for discussion over the day. it has subject on reimagining the tea industry in the context of global changes. There is sustainability, there is future of Darjeeling tea, and there is logistics and tea exports issue. All this will be discussed with the eminent panel, industry, and the leaders of particular subject. Though I have seen, since the technology is one of the subject and there is no panel to discuss about it, I thought I will delve into a little bit about the use of technology and is there a gap in the technology use or gap in invention of the technology in the tea industry. Tea is a traditional industry, as you all know. In the beginning of the tea industry, 150 years back or 200 years back in Assam, the heavy engineering or the technology which was the best during that period found its way to the tea industry then. Be it a ropeway, be it a heavy engineering, pumps, engines, manufacturings, and whatnot. Everything was finding its way to the tea industry. But over a period, somehow, the adoption of technology at the moment, I would say, is gradual. I won't say it's not there. Adoption of technology in the industry is gradual. As the old saying goes, necessity is the mother of invention. There is necessity and there is no technology available. There is technology available, the adoption levels are little slow or gradual. So I thought I will, in a forum like this, though the industry friends may know about what is the technology available and where is the gap, I take this opportunity in this forum to draw up what are all the aspects where the technology is available and where are the gaps. To put it in a proper perspective, I have drawn about 10 areas of the industry as a whole in various supply chain and various processes in production and also marketing. So I'll just touch upon those 10 broader subjects. I will also mention about where the gap is or where it may be repetition to the tea industry stakeholders, but since a lot of technology and other stakeholders are there, it would be proper to put it in that perspective so that we can move forward. So I'll just discuss about these 10 broad categories of aspects where technology is needed. First is crop harvesting. So crop harvesting, there are technology available, but there is a gap. Still, there is a scope for improvement in crop harvesting, fine-tuning, both in terms of quality and also in terms of harvesting machineries. Precision agriculture is the number 2. Precision agriculture means use of image technologies, use of irrigation, use of satellite imaging, use of pest control surveillance. There is technology available, still there is a gap. It is still not very user-friendly so that one can adopt without any training or anything. It is not, just like one uses the mobile phone, it is still not available to the industry. Third is weather forecasting. See, weather forecasting we have gone far as a whole country, but whereas the customized to the localized weather forecasting is still not available to the farmer or to the plantation owner. In a particular area in Assam, whether it's going to rain today or it's going to be sunny, whether I can do my operation, I can plan the operation today, it is still not localized. smart irrigation, yes, there are technology available like IoT-based soil moisture retention study and all that, but the adoption level is still not very high. Number 5 is process innovation. So process innovation is one thing where there is a very gradual improvement in the technology available. I would say, as I said in the beginning, there were technology, heavy engineering technology which came to India long back, 150 years back, but it remained so. There is no innovation happened. There is no innovation which has happened in this particular area, except for some continuous weathering machine and other things. In the basic process is still the same. There is a scope for invention. Quality control, yes, quality. I mean, even the president BCCI was talking. Chairman ITA was also emphasizing. There is a government rule or law which has to be followed, but in the front end where it can be monitored through various methodologies and innovative technology, there is a gap. So it could be developed so that it can be used at the back end or in the front end production level. Traceability, yes, it is connected to quality control. So traceability is one thing which the consumers are looking forward, both in India and even in the importing markets. There is there is technology available in this. There is supply chain, there is technology, there is a blockchain technology, but the adoption level is very gradual and it needs a lot of improvement. Market access, yes, market access, the adoption of technology is very high. Online platforms are there, tracking shipments, tracing, managing the supply chain like the consumer and all that. Adoption of technology on this end of market is very high. Consumer engagements is the 9th one, very high adoption. There are mobile apps for consumer connectivity. So the adoption levels at the marketing side seems to be very high rather than the production side. And the last one, I would say, is sustainable efforts. This is the latest thing which the optimizing resource usage for consumer preferences, and also what is the requirement of the global supply chains like carbon trading. Now some of the consumers even want to know what is the carbon savings or carbon credits you had made for producing your kind of tea, what they are consuming. I mean, the end of the consumer has gone to that level. So if we need to go and sell to them, we need to adopt certain technology so that it will capture that. So those are the broader 10 aspects of the process and production where adoption level could improve, also inventions could improve. So basically the necessity, when I talk about the invention, necessity is the mother of invention. There is a necessity in the industry for technology. That is manpower shortage is the biggest problem where technology is still far away. Quality improvement, there is technology but it's not enough. Improving productivity, that is one area where still there needs to be a gap to be filled in by the technology. When we talk about the invention, there needs to be an investment also to be made on the invention of technology. So technology can, once done, it can benefit in many ways in the industry. It can increase the efficiency, enhance quality, improve sustainability, better crop management, data-driven decisions. Now data is, in the other industries, we all must be aware that how the data is playing even in the health industry. We should make use of the data-driven decisions also. Market access, there is high adoption as I told you already. Transparency and traceability, there is a scope. direct consumer engagement and reduced middlemen, and global. Finally, we have to look forward for global competitiveness. So these are all the areas where technology can play a role, and it can improve the efficiency and the productivity. See, while technology brings significant benefits, I would also caution that it is essential to address the challenges such as ensuring access to technology to the small growers, who contribute about 52% of the total production in the country. So we have to ensure that they have access to the technology, easy to use, and we have to train them in such a way with proper training methods so that they use the technology, so that we will take them along. And also we need to look into the data security. To fully harness the potential of this technology, we need to do all the training and also to take the small growers along. With these few remarks, I would wish a very success for this discussion, and looking forward for a good policy paper as promised by the President. And also a policy paper is being released today, so I'm looking forward to have a look at it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sri Soundarajan, for your very comprehensive detailing of the technology gaps that need to be addressed.